back. Make sure you guys press the like button. I'm not going to go through the whole not coin, coin market cap deck screener thing. I'm not going to be clicking on that bullish post from Bartertown Conglomerate's Telegram channel. I'm not doing that on this one. We're just gonna sit here and look at what's on the screen. Today's daily combo was achieved. Here it is right here. So you can come here and get this done. Easy 5 million points, but it's beneficial to have the cards unlocked. It just makes it easier. The more money you get, the easier it is to just click. You just come down the list, click on all of these once, and eventually you're gonna find all the cards. It's gonna cost you, but it's not gonna put you at a loss because all these points are going towards your profit per hour. And so I just want to talk about some random stuff, and hopefully some of this stuff ends up making sense. So now that we speak on profit per hour, I did make it to legendary. I watched a video from Hamster Kombat's YouTube channel. These guys hit almost 16 million subscribers. So they got 16 million subscribers on YouTube. They have 25 million, probably higher, 25 million on Telegram. That's 40 million right there. Because remember, yesterday I said something about 50 million, but I got some of the numbers wrong. And I think they have like 5 to 6 million on X. So that's like 45, 46 million. And that's as of today. And growing. I don't think the airdrop is going to happen to the end of June, beginning of July. And I also, one of my guys on Telegram is going to see this. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, but I got to speak on something that you said. So one of my guys was saying, one of my subscribers mentioned, I feel like this airdrop might not be that good because there's too many people farming for it. And so one way I address that comment is, even though there's millions of people subscribed, there's not going to be a lot of people achieving high airdrops. It's never like that on any project because of the level of work. I've seen a video where there's people with farms, like they got 10 phones. I'm not doing all that. It's only so much energy I'm going to put into it because we never know. This could be nothing. This could be something real low, and then you put all that work into it, and then you just move on to the next one. This could be a $10 airdrop. SSS was a $2 airdrop, but that's only because the price of the token was low. Because I had 1 billion tokens on SSS. If SSS token price or coin price was 4 zeros in a number, that 1 billion will be worth thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands. It just didn't turn out that way. And what I like about these Telegram type games, the way that Hamster Kombat is approaching and the way that Notcoin did it, is you're not generating the airdrop in the same way that you did with SSS. The tokenomics are totally different. The supply is going to be totally different. The blockchain is different. I just throw that out there because that's something we did on the channel that you can verify. So that's one way I answered that question. You can look at the ranks and see who's accumulating what. You know what I'm saying? As far as the hourly. And I haven't even grinded for the hourly as hard as some of these other dudes. Like, if we go all the way up, if we go to what? This one, all of these guys are beating me in gold, and I'm like 3 levels past gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't 100% know how the airdrop is going to be calculated. So my goal is to get the highest of everything. My goal is to be on lower level with at least 1 million, 1.5 million coins per hour generated. And my goal is to have at least 1 billion tokens on my balance. And what I mean by my balance is this number right here, where you see 12,800,000. I want to have 1 billion there or more. I want to have 1 billion there or more in the Lord level. I think that'll be, and we potentially have a decent amount of time to do it. Another thing I want to mention, so that's one thing I said, right? Here's another thing before I lose my point, because that can happen a lot. When airdrops are calculated differently, just because there's a lot of people farming for an airdrop, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're sharing a small pool, or we're sharing a pool, which is going to give us a smaller amount because there's a lot of people. If you think about how airdrops are calculated or how airdrops are created, sometimes in some airdrops, I've noticed that a company will come to a larger company and say, this is what we got. I mentioned this on the previous video. This is what we got. What can you do for us? Let's just pretend like what we're doing right now in this game. Let's pretend I'm going to Bybit. I'm like, yo, Bybit, let's just say there's 12 million tokens or 12,000 people or whatever. Bybit, I got 12,000 people, and this is the reason why I never played around with record deals when dudes trying to rap and get record deals. I'm like, no. You're not about to put me in a 360 deal. I'd rather leverage platforms like YouTube and social media, grow my own thing, kind of like how Soulja Boy did back in the days. And then you step to the table and say, what can you do for me? Because I got all of this attention that I'm going to leverage somewhere. Do y'all want me to go down the street? Oh, you said no? Okay, what can you do for me right here? How does that play into the airdrop thing? You got 50 million people and growing. They say they're trying to reach 1 billion users. I think they can do it. That's their goal. That's a very high goal, but why not reach high? Because even if you don't achieve that, what if you land on 100 million? So look, I'm gonna just throw that out there. So you step into Ton blockchain, right? And you step into some dexes or whatever, and you saying I got 100. You step into some executives, because you can find these big blockchains. They got people you can verify. This ain't no stuff where somebody hiding, you don't know who they are. I'm stepping to the Ton blockchain, and I got 100 million people. What can you do for me? The average guy not gonna say nothing. They gonna say, if you come mess with us, because we know with that type of leverage, we can see your numbers. You are going to go to Binance. You are going to go to freaking some new up and you're gonna go to Arbitrum. You're gonna go somewhere. And because I don't want you to go there, I want you to come mess with us. I'm going to fund your project. So I'm going to fund you X. So let's just say I'm going to give you $50 million. I'm going to give you 100 million. I'm going to give you $1 million for every person. I'm going to give you 100 million to start. Why? Because I know I'm going to get all that back and some once you partner on our chain. You see how that works? So now Hamster Kombat comes back to us and say, yo, we got 100 million TVL. If that sounds silly, look at the Blast Network and their airdrop with the Blast Gold and stuff. They got 2 billion TVL getting ready for the airdrop. Like, some of you guys got to look at more information in regards to airdrops and educate yourselves more. So they'll solicit funding. This is business 101. They'll solicit funding because they know they have leverage. And if a bigger company knows that the smaller company that wants to partner with them has that amount of leverage, they're going to try to take that for themselves. So I'm going to give you 100 million because you got 100 million subscribers and attention to start. Then Hamster Kombat comes back to us and say, yo, we got 100 million TVL. Now people really getting bullish because they can see numbers. And then the word is going to spread. Oh shoot, we need to farm this airdrop. They got 100 million. Because even though we got 50 million people, there's millions of people who don't know. So that's going to attract all the airdrop farm guys, all the YouTube channels, and people who do airdrops. There's channels that only talk about airdrops, and that's it. And those channels do way better than channels like mine. That's just a fact. So this is just one way on how these work. So if you're looking at 100 million and you telling me that the airdrop gonna be small, you gotta think. And they have starting capital to fund the token price, and they're going to give a percentage for their airdrop. They're not going to just say, okay, we're going to allocate 100% of the. Nobody does that. We're going to give 40%, 20%, or 30% to people for the airdrop. So now when you start putting these numbers together, now this stuff should start making more sense. And then the execs from I keep wanting to say Combat Hamster. Hamster Kombat can say, all right, yo, for each account, we're going to push an update to where you get your wallet address. But, and I'm gonna let you know why I'm saying this, because it says airdrop task list right here. So when they come out with the task list, they might say, okay, a part of to get your airdrop, because basically you're just getting ready, setting yourself up, which I'm telling you what's gonna happen, even though I don't 100% know. This could all be BS. We need you to create a wallet that's compatible with the Ton blockchain, whatever wallet that is. You make that wallet. Step number 2, we need you to export the wallet address on the game, because they're going to push an update potentially, and then you're going to export the same day we did with SSS. You're going to export that wallet address to your hot wallet, whichever. I don't know if it'd be MetaMask or some wallet I never heard of. You're going to export it there. Boom, because that's basically how you're going to connect the two together. And that's if they using the game. They said they're going to have some type of system to where the game is still working after the airdrop. That's why I said that. But you wouldn't even need to do that. You would probably just, however you need, whatever you need to do to create a account, and just that we're going to airdrop. Send us a screenshot or something like that, just to verify your account, and then we're going to airdrop you based on whatever that is. I think they're going to push airdrop in the game because that's just more secure. Then you could connect it to your third party wallet or whatever, right? Then they might say, let's say we got 100 million people, right? Then they might say fund your account with $5 worth of Ton. Now that's going to disqualify a lot of people, but that's also more liquidity coming to the ecosystem, because they already got 100 million funded, right? Let's say out of 100 million people, 20 million fund their accounts with $5 worth of Ton. So now that's 20 million times 5. That's 100 million they didn't get on back. Listen, and of course we know we're not dealing with loans or whatever, but that's just 100. If we were dealing with a loan, I'm gonna give you $100 million loan, they could have paid that back right there. And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying when you start adding these numbers up, it makes sense on why an airdrop could be large, having more people. Like, we're not dealing with some small company, and they got 2 million that they're trying to distribute, and you want to be one of the 10,000. Like, no. That's the reason why this is bullish, because people already know the deal. People already seen an example, a recent example at that, with Notcoin, which I'm not gonna bring up the all that stuff. So, hopefully that makes sense to anybody out there wondering, like, okay, we got millions of people. What if we get a BS airdrop? And let's be clear, we still might get a BS airdrop. But if you would have said that same thing you're saying about this to Notcoin, watch the 2 previous videos. If you would have said that, you would have missed out on thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, or millions of dollars. Because let's not pretend that Notcoin didn't pump to $11 within the first hour. Now the slippage probably was crazy, and you got to fight bots, so your chances of selling would have been, you would need to be one of those type of guys with the bots and foaming at the mouth, all that stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully, I'm not some guru. I don't know as much as my a lot of people who are successful in this space. I'm just putting stuff together based on what makes sense to me and what I can measure, because I like to bring receipts when people try to play games in the comment. So hopefully that makes sense, y'all. If it don't, let me know in the comment section, and don't run. Be prepared to speak about it. I also want to speak on the daily reward, because I forget to talk about this. So this is my 4th day, but I'm recording this video at 9:30 a.m. EST. This is my 4th day. Around 8 p.m. EST, day 5 is going to be unlocked. So it's going to seem like it's my 5th day, but it's technically my 4th. This is another place you want to come to farm for that 5 million. You know what I'm saying? Which I didn't know you can click. I didn't even notice that, but June 11th, that's another 5 million. This is just another way to get your coins. You can share the opportunity with people. Come here and interact with the tasks list. This is something I did on the first day to get 30,000-40,000 coins, tokens, which was good for me to boost my cars because the cars are real cheap when you first start off. So some people are farming for the car. Some people going straight to Lord, and you scroll all the way down, they got zero. They got zero per hour. So this number you see on the left is how much they're getting per hour. How can we verify that? Let's go to the level that I'm at, which is where am I? Legendary. Now we can verify that I have 215,000, right? 664. 215,000. You see profit per hour. 215,664. You just can't see the 4 right there. So that's how you verify that number is what it is. And a lot of these guys are in the millions at my current level. A lot of these guys are in the millions at the levels before me. Epic in the millions, you know. So there are people who are strategizing in a way where every token they get, they're only using it to rank up. They're not using it to buy cars at all. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how they're doing that, because I don't know how you're getting enough tokens to even reach Lord without getting something per hour. I haven't done the math on that. I don't know how they're doing it. And I'll say the vast majority of these guys have been in weeks before we started. Because, we're finding out about some of this stuff kind of late. It is. I still appreciate things for what they are, and the opportunity that still presents itself. Because I did listen to, and yes, somebody's gonna talk stuff about, oh, he's talking a lot. Don't interact with things that you don't like. And I'll leave it at that. See, man, I'm forgetting my point, man. But okay. I did listen to the AMA, or the space on X. Listen to the space on X, and it'll clarify some of the things, because I'm like third, fourth, fifth party. But if you listen to the execs from this actual project talking on X, you will be more bullish, because they're saying the same thing that I'm saying, but it's actually coming from a primary source. When you hear an exec from Ton saying, they straight up ask a very blunt question. I love blunt questions like that. What can you do for us? What do you mean? Can you do what you did for Ton? Can you do what you did for Ton for us? Like, there's no way to dance. They took the dance floor from the size of the NFL to the size of a small room. There's nowhere to go. What you gonna do with that? I'm gonna do the dance across all the way yards away, and you can't do nothing about it because you got to run. No. I'm gonna ask you a question, and there's nowhere you can go. Are you gonna do for us what you did for Ton? Either he gonna say yes or no. He said, he danced a little bit, but he answered the question direct. Which you listen to the space, and you'll know what I'm talking about. He said, yeah, we're gonna do. To sum it up, he said some stuff, and then he said, to sum it up, yes, we're gonna do it exactly. We're gonna give you the exact same opportunity that we gave Ton. I mean, not my bad. Let me be specific. They asked, are you going to do for us what you did for Notcoin? Hamster Kombat exec asked, are you going to do for Hamster Kombat what you did for Notcoin? I want to make that as clear and specific as possible. And for the lack of better words, the exec from Ton said, yes, we are going to give you the same exact opportunities and exposure that we gave Notcoin. Why is that important? Notcoin is on the Ton blockchain with a $2.2 billion market cap and 10 million in liquidity. Like, I don't know what else to say. Because I'm gonna try my best to give you guys specific, clear information that you don't have to think real hard about, unless you want to think hard. So with that being said, I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing, and hopefully you can draw some inspiration from this if you're interested in a potential free air, because as of right now, it's still free. Now, when it comes to this part, the airdrop task list, I already anticipated on buying some Ton anyway. It might be something small. Get 0.5 worth of Ton. Ton is sitting at $6. That's like $3 if they did say that. So, and this is just from my experience messing around with other airdrops or whatever. So with that being said, like even with Blast, we actually up in there spending money or putting not necessarily, well, you spend the money because you spent the money on another blockchain, but you're just bridging it over or whatever. So, that's relevant because we actually spent something. But um with this, so far it's free. So far, I think it's worth your time because that's what you're leveraging. And if it's bull, like if it, oh, I got a $50 airdrop, you know what I'm saying? Then for me, if it turns out to be a $50 airdrop, then I'm just gonna hold on to the token and see if the price appreciates. If we eat two zeros, it might turn into a 5,000 or 50,000, depending on how the X's are calculated. So I can't think of that off the top of my head at this moment. But that's what I'm doing with SSS. I'm just holding the token and seeing what happens. A $1 billion airdrop. They start eating some zeros, it'll be worth something. If not, then I'll just use that to get my pet going or whatever. I don't know. So with that being said, that's even more information from yesterday. And I'll leave off with my goals. This is the long video every time. And probably tomorrow it should be a shorter video. Because eventually all my videos go like this. When I start running out of stuff to talk about, then I'm not gonna just force myself to talk about bull. Even though somebody in the comments said this is bull, whatever, bro. So what I'm gonna do today is what I told you guys the other day. So now that I got 12 million tokens, another thing that I like, I'm gonna spend probably at least 10 million of these tokens. But I should be able to retain my level because the only thing that's going to happen is this rainbow bar you see is just going to decrease, or it's going to recede in some kind of way, but I should still maintain and retain the legendary level. You know what I'm saying? If I go back, then I'll just get it back tomorrow. But at least I'll know, because right now I haven't tested. What does it take for you to go back a level? Like I don't know if that's even possible. But I'm going to spend a decent amount, like 10 to 11 million on cards. Why? Because I want to increase my profit per hour. And my goal is to get this profit per hour to 3,000, 320,000 within the next 15 hours, or how many ever hours left in daylight, or for today. And that goes into my next goal. My next goal would be 100,000 token increase per hour per day. So that's how I would get to 1 million in the next 6 to 7 days. That's my goal, to get to 1 million within the next 7 days. 1 million tokens per hour. So 1 million tokens per hour within the next 7 days. From that point, I should be able to reach master, because if I'm getting 1 million tokens per hour, I have the potential to get 24 million tokens in a day, which probably ain't gonna happen because I don't wake up in my sleep, out of my sleep, trying to do this. So it'll more than likely be like 15 to 18 million in a day, which would take me 3 to 4 days, and then I'll be at master, and then from that point I'm getting closer to the guys that are getting 1 million per hour, which that just tells me that if they're reaching these higher levels at 1 million per hour, or 1.5, 1.6, and 7, then I should be able to do the same thing. And if you listen to the space on X from the Hamster Kombat and Ton space on X, someone asked about the airdrop. Very, very straightforward question. They said anytime between now and July, but they're shooting for July. And I think that's a good thing, because that gives us time to farm for it. Why? Because we're already late. I wish I had more time for Blast, because I would have farmed that District 1 airdrop, but I keep feeling like it's too late. So I might be fading that, I don't know. But that airdrop on Blast is the most lucrative so far. A lot of other people playing around. But the District 1 on Blast is giving people upwards of a 1,000 Blast if you work hard enough for it. Or Blast Gold, I mean. And their airdrop is going to be allocated on the 26th or the 28th of this month. I forgot what day. So I'm like, I'm probably gonna do that. And I was gonna have to spend about $500 to make that happen, which is dope, because you still gonna make like 10 grand back. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I think that's literally, I'm trying to think of everything, because when I'm done with these videos, I'll think of something and say, oh man, I wish I would have said that. But I boosted. You get 6 full energy, but I haven't fully used. I might fully use that today, and just so I can test it. But I boosted my multi-tap 2 times yesterday, and I boosted my energy. And something else I did find out is something that I mentioned, but I didn't fully know because I wasn't paying attention. When you level up, when you level up to new levels, it's going to boost your multi-tap by 1, and it's going to boost your energy by 500. So that's something I said yesterday or the day before, and I wasn't fully uh knowledgeable on how it works because I wasn't paying attention. So that's something else that you can add. So the question is, are you earning more by leveling up? The answer is yes. How? The answer to that is you're going to boost 500 energy, and you're going to boost your multi-tap by 1. And the only way for you to verify that yourself is to test it. But I'm telling you, that's how you level up. And the reason why I got to tell you that is because there's nothing I can click on that'll specifically tell you on the screen before you do it. If you level up, it's going to be +1 and +500. At least I don't think so. I don't think there's anywhere you can click on and it's going to tell you that. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing you can click on. So unless you click on how boost works, but boost has nothing to do with leveling up. So that's some more information that's valuable, in my opinion, on leveling up, because some people don't know, and you won't really know that. If you don't know that and you're watching this video, you wouldn't know that unless you watch the whole video. So, if this is gonna be a 30-minute video, out of 30 minutes, people might watch 8 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, and I don't monetize all my videos either. Sometimes if I remember, I'll do it. If I don't remember, I won't do it. Because it ain't about that either. And to make some money on cryptocurrency videos, you're gonna need at least like you're gonna need like 100,000 views a month or something. And only time you really hit numbers like that is if it is in the peak bull run, where everybody's making money, so people are gonna want to watch you make money. Like I was getting 5,000 views on Baked Beans videos back in the. So that's it, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the like button and click that bell. This is Icy, and I'll see you guys on the next video.